Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Oh, wait. Ta-da. Yeah, I should have breakfast. I meant to cook breakfast this morning. I did not. Anyway, today we're going to be doing, I'm going to record this today. Let's do that. Let's do that, shall we? I'm going to try to make this into a video. I mean, I made a full-size mummy a while back. I made a mummy a while back, and I was shooting a video on it and everything. But I know I got all of it. Yeah, I think I have some footage of it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a very detailed orient on the skull. And at the end of the video, I can talk about you can do this to a full-size skeleton as well. So that is my plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and record that. All right, we'll do an intro. Okay. Hello, my fellow makers. Today, we're going to take this plastic skull and make it into a mummified skull. How we're going to do this? I'm going to show you how, right here on the Evil Ted channel. Right? Just one more time, for safety. Hello, my fellow makers. Today, we're going to take this plastic skull and make it into a mummified skull. And I'm going to show you how to do it right here on the Evil Ted channel. You're so funny. When I do it, I'm looking at the microphone and not the camera. On the first try. Yeah, it was better the first one. You're right, moving on. Okay, let's do this, guys. This skull... This skull I got from Amazon a while back. Everything... Oh, sorry. You know some, Becky? I'm going to do it all over again. Take 3. He's right. It's been so long since I've done this, and I want to do it right. So since you guys are watching live, I'll show you how the sausage is made here. Here you go. Hello, my fellow makers. Today, we're going to make this plastic skull into a mummified head. And how we're going to do it is using some, Jesus Christ. Haven't done this in so long. Never mind. You know, guys, I'm thinking too much about it. I'm just going to go normal. Okay, take 4. Here we go. Hello, my fellow makers. Today, we're going to take this plastic skull I got from Amazon, and we're going to turn it into a mummified head. Everything I'm going to use on this build is going to be listed below the video. So if you guys are ready, let's get started. Red leather, yellow leather. Anyway, I'll probably end up recording it later. So we have... Make sure the camera's set up for you guys here. Overhead. There you go. Okay. The one thing about this skull that when I got it, the jaw was separate. So I went ahead and glued the jaw on, but I had a little bit of a open mouth. But I had a problem with the skull rolling and flipping around. So I went ahead and sanded this down a little flat so I can set it down so it stays flat. It's just like that. I have a bag, pantyhose and tissue paper. Because this is a particular technique I like to do a lot. I did this once before, and hold on. Oh, this hasn't been opened. There you go. And we have some pantyhose. I'm just going to use just the foot right here. We don't need a lot of it, so let's say about here. We'll cut it right here. Let me grab some scissors. We're going to cut. Now, the pantyhose we're going to use to give the illusion of skin. Now, a lot of people you can do stuff with cotton and tissue paper, using rubber, latex, and cotton and stuff. But I found the pantyhose kind of puts this like nice membrane skin on it. Like you just pull it over like this. See? And I regret not cutting it longer. But it gives it that kind of like skin looking thing, right? You can pull it. It does stretch quite a bit. Oh, there you go. See? You can see it starting to come together. So what I like to do is now we have this on here. I'm going to take a little bit of a... Oh my goodness. What's that? Hi, sweetheart. Oh. Hey, everybody. This is Scully. And she come up to visit today. But, all right, Scully. No, don't get, no, none of the keyboards. Hold on, guys. Scully might jump on the keyboard. We can't have that. Hold on, let me move the keyboard real quickly here. Hold on. Sorry. All right, I have a switcher on that. Oh, wait, what's that? I didn't realize, I forgot about this. This would be an issue. All right. So, I'm watching. Scully, what are you doing? Let's tap that downstairs. And here comes Scully. Oh, wait. Here, guys. Overhead. Scully. You gonna go? There she goes. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Now, to get the pantyhose to stay in place, I'm going to take a little bit of some contact cement right here, and I'm going to brush on the hose itself and the inside of the where it ends. Because I want to make that. I want that to stick down. There we go. Just like that. And of course, we're going to speed that up with using the hair dryer. All right, now do this. You kind of take it and just push it back, pin it down, and now stick to the inside of the skull. That stays in a good place. So we're going to use this technique on the eye sockets as well. But tell you what, let me get some gloves. All right. And some scrap foam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the glue and kind of go a little heavy here on the eye socket like that. And like that. I'm going to push all the way down so I'm making contact on the back of the skull itself. Maybe a little bit here on the nose too as well. Like this here. Little. This is where the scrap foam comes in handy. And I just push to make sure I'm making contact behind there. Yeah, here, let's take my finger. Oops, tore a little hole in there. All right. The cats are up here running around with their toys, so if you hear any background noise, you guys, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Scully and Pumpkin are up here as well. Pumpkin is the other cat. We have kittens. Oh, you know what's so funny, guys? I didn't get a chance to say hello to everybody. Hold on, wait quickly. While I'm pushing this in here, making sure I have contact cement in the spots that I want to have it. There we go. Let me take this glove off. I have to replace this glove. Let's catch up with chat. Oh, wait, my mouse. I had to move my keyboard. Oh, guys. All right, who's all here? We have got Daniel, got Brian, we got Kevin, we got Going in Costume, we got Creton. Who's watching live stream? And Kathy's there. And Kathy. Oh, we got Jesse's here. And Eyeball Works is here. Good morning. Thank you. All right. Everybody's here. All right. Fantastic. Let me adjust this camera a little bit so it's not so... Yeah, it's not so hot when you bring it down a little bit. Okay. So we're going to hair dryer on this guy. Yeah, let's get an overhead shot of that. I'm going to speed this up a little bit with the hair dryer. The tricky part to dry, and usually when doing this, I would suggest is doing this and letting it air dry or setting it outside. The reason I'm using a hair dryer is because we're doing this on a live stream to speed things up a little bit. But getting the glue behind the pantyhose is going to take a little bit of time. So I'm just trying to speed up a little bit by shooting air, but you have to get the inside dry as well, which is a bit. So I might be able to shoot. Can I get inside this way? No. Let's see, oh, that might work. All right. Let's see. Gives the push here. There you go. So you push in there like that. See, you get the eye sockets going. Now, you could cut them out, but I like to have the skin, the pantyhose, kind of pull in around it like it's like dried in skin. Right? And we do the same thing with the nose here too. We push that in a little bit, just like that. Ooh, see, it's looking creepy already. All right. Now, I've discovered doing this that it's best to cut the hole for the mouth very small, because if you cut it too large, it just goes back. I always find it's best to leave a little bit because it's going to stretch a little bit. So I like to make it small so it gives you a little bit more lip, like that. See, and it does. So you can do this. Very slow. So you just kind of pull it. But you want that tension on it to get that skin, right? That mummified mouth. See? Actually, I like that. Because you always can come back here later and put holes in it. But you don't want to cut any holes too soon because it just keeps tearing and stretching. So you want to kind of fit it in place. And the best way to do that is to take some contact cement and brush on the pantyhose because it's going to go right through it like this. Here, let's get a little some scrap foam so we can kind of push on it. Make sure we get it all the way through. Both sides like that. Yeah, see, I like this already. Then down here, that. There you go. See? There you go. Like that. All right, get a little hair dryer. Yeah, see? Excellent. So now when there's glue in there, you can kind of pinch it and shape it a little bit better. Like that. And like that. And like that. Excellent. Now the other thing too is you can make break a hole in here. Like a little bit of it, because the skull, the skin is so thin on the skull that most likely there would be like a bit of a hole in there. So let's make a hole like this. There it goes. Roll. Oh, see, look at that. Roll it open a little bit like this. Here, let me get this glove off. Yeah, like that. Like that. I have one over here too. Let's do another back here. Well, more likely in the back of the skull. I think by big time there'd be a big hole here, definitely. So you can see some of that that skull pattern. That's nice. Let's do that. Like that. Let's put one. There's some little detail here. Have that show through. There you go, like that. All right. All right. We're going to do the same technique again. We're going to put a little contact cement on there. Stick it down. Therefore, it won't keep curling up. Smooth it around. Get that, get that. Missed a spot here. I think you're talking about Stewart that saves the world. I was at the, there you have it, the prop house I was at. And when I was there on some other job, they were building that device, and they made a bunch of them, and they're super detailed. And they're like, I was like, good God, what's this? Like, oh yeah, it's a Big Bang Theory spinoff where these guys travel through different time realms. And they think what what makes it funny is it's not just time, it's different realities. So the machine takes them through different realities. So like games and video games and like movies and stuff, so it pops them into different realities. But yeah, so yeah, that's what they're doing. Have you met Lauren? Oh yeah, I met Lauren. Yes, immensely. Becky, I met Lauren. Lauren and I were in the trenches at GameCon Canada. We judged together. Lauren and I were judges last year at GameCon Canada. Oh my God, you're gonna love her. You two are gonna be inseparable. Lauren's a lot of fun, super talented, and great with judging. So if you're she's our Elko guest this year. I know I saw that and I was like so jealous. Like, oh, because it's not that Lauren, I'm happy Lauren's there. I'm just jealous that I'm not there with Lauren because we had such a great time working together. Oh, Becky, yeah, you guys can get along great. She's great. I can't say enough wonderful things about her. She'll tell you the stories of us judging because Lauren and I had to do GameCon Canada, and we're the only two judges, and it was just massive. We were in a room all day. We're like slammed, and and then they're like, as we're like thinking about who stood when, they're like, we're like going on stage, and like we're like, what? So we were still trying to decide who the winners were, and they were yelling for us to come on stage to announce the winners. I mean, that's how tight it was. It was crazy. So we've gotten better. So this year, we got 3 judges, which was wonderful. So, yeah. No, this looks great, guys. I'm liking this. Okay. Overhead. All right. Everything's dried. This looks great as is. I love this now. So the next thing is we're going to put a little bit more of we need to seal this. Now before we start brushing on rubber latex, which I have some rubber latex I've tinted already. Added a little bit of browns and different colors. I call it my corpse skin. I find that when I put things in jars, if I don't label them, I forget what it is. So when you're making stuff or doing paints or putting latex in jars, like I always find it best to label things. So corpse skin. I have some Gorilla. Now again, this is just a spray glue. I like it because it's foam fast. It has really good texture. So there's a setting on it. If you guys can look here on the setting, there's like the H. You guys can see that. It's for wide. So I just turn it to this way, so it's facing wide. And when I spray, I try to get back as far as possible. So when you're spraying this, it spatters and leaves a little bit of a lumpy texture to it, which looks great. Hey, Danny McFly, how you doing, my friend? Guys, real quickly, as Danny I take it is on twitch.tv/eviltedsmith. I stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. The chat is open on YouTube, but Danny, thank you so much. Danny came by through Los Angeles. He was on a trip visiting, and we all hung out together with some other cosplayers, and we had some tacos. But hey, Danny, how you doing, man? Welcome aboard. Okay, we're gonna take this to the spray booth. Let me make sure the camera's set up for that, guys. Hold on. All right, let me change my angle real quick on that. Okay. Hey, Swedish Forge, how you doing, man? Swedish Forge in chat, how you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. I got my, it's the passion, not the talent that makes one a good maker. I never forget when I said this, or post about it, there's some people that got really bent. Some people got really mad. And I was like, no, it's the truth. Like, I know people who are really talented, but there's people who are really passionate, and you stick at something long enough, you will get good at it. If you really want to do it and stay to it, it's hard. Listen to me, there's things I want to do, but I'm just too lazy on certain things. And things you're more passionate about, you really want to learn, you can do it. But let's get this part real quick overhead real quick. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take this to the spray booth, and let's spray down a spackle coat on this with some spray glue. Try again. So take two on that. All right, I'm happy with everything that's glued down. I like the holes in the skull. I mean, it's great. So we're gonna go ahead and seal this with the spray glue. Like you said, we're gonna spray it, get that nice lumpy texture. Let me show you how that's done. Oops, sorry guys. Yeah. All right, we're gonna let that dry for a little bit. That spray glue is pretty heavy, so it takes a little bit to. Let me stop recording. All right. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. I just figured we could hang on check because it's gonna take a little bit for it to dry. And then when it does dry, I really like the surface of that. I do have some tissue paper. The BGD, the skull already looks great. Thank you. It's funny because I want to do the tissue paper on it. Because I did a skull earlier. Here, let me show you guys real quick. Here's what it ends up looking like. This But if you guys can see the wrinkliness to it, the lumps and the lines, the texture, that's done with tissue paper, and it looks like skin, and you can't beat it. I like that. We're gonna let that dry a little bit more. We're gonna take some tissue paper, and we're gonna wet it. We're gonna wet the skull with latex, and then apply the tissue paper, and then I'll be pretty much the end of the stream. I mean, I'll keep the stream going and chat with you guys, but I can't touch it until it's completely dry, and then the next thing will be painting. So this one's good. I started with this one. I got the stuff from Goblin Hut. I'll grab the paint real quick and show it to you. Can you believe that, Ted? Hold on. Is it out somewhere? That's frustrating. Hold on, guys. I just had it. Let me look for it real quick. Hey, kids. Dirty Brown. This is from Goblin Hut. It's a particular paint they make. It's an aging spray. He has lots of different colors. I like to go heavier. He has brown. He gave me some brown, but I would like, there's a charcoal, there's black. If you guys go to their website, it's Goblin Hut. I think you just type in Goblin Hut, dirty spray or something like that, it should pop up. Tell you what, how about this? Why don't I just do it for you guys and not tell you to do it? Hold on. I'll just do that. Grab the link for you guys. Holding, and copy. Paste. Oh wait, it won't. Hold on. It won't. Yeah, it's too much. Hold on, guys. Let me try that Instagram. That's not gonna work. Hold on, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna make this. Oh, there it is. Kevin. Oh, Kevin got it already. Thanks, God. Does mine work? Yeah, there it is. I got it. It worked. Goblin Hut. That's it, guys. They have some really good rust. I like their rust paints a lot too. Sorry. But my plan is that I really liked it. I sprayed this mask I made and aged it. It looked really well. I think that's kind of cool. So my plan is I'm going to head, and I thought, what would it look like on this skull? Lady Matcher says, I'm old and remember making hamster pea, brown, orc, and aged items. For a long time, I thought the website was Goblin Shut and not Goblin's Hut. My thinking was wanted. Yep, but there. This is it, guys. So this is what it's going to end up looking like. But I'm making 2 of these right now. I bought these skulls ages ago, and I just found them. Like, I gotta do some of these things. They look great. What are you doing, Scully? I'm watching you. Two. Evil Ted in chat. Yeah, there's two. There's Pumpkin and Scully. Hey, Floyd Spurriant Jr. What's up, man? Welcome. We're making a skull today. It's in here. Let me show you real quickly in the spray booth. I just hit it with some Gorilla Glue. You can use spray 90, just like a foam fast spray. The Gorilla Glue, I'll be honest with you, is not that great of a glue. It's, for me personally, but it's better. I like it for texturing stuff and putting surfaces on. So as for spray glue, spray 90 is the best. Our 74 foam fast is another great one too. That's another good one. I have that too. I should use it. But I use a heavier texture. Maybe I should use that. But I just want to carve a little bit of a lumpy texture on it. Let that dry, and then yes, they do. They're going to open up soon. Yes, they are. So making a mummified skull for Halloween. Let me go check on this, guys. Hold on. See how it's looking. And turn that fan off too. Start recording. All right, it is dry. Nice, look at that. Nice bumpy skin texture. But I'm going to add some rubber latex, which I of course laid with corpse skin. I have some tissue paper, and I like using tissue paper to create some skin. Now, you guys could probably brush rubber latex on this, but I think the tissue paper really gives it a nice little, when it dries, it makes this little wrinkly texture. It kind of happens naturally, and this gives us this illusion of making skin. And I learned this technique when I was making a mummy for a Ricky Gervais movie called Ghost Town. And if you guys would like to see, hold on guys, I gotta redo that because my microphone was not in place. Sorry guys, take two on this. Take two. All right, there it is. Oh, it's a lumpy texture. It looks great. Now, this looks good. You could add rubber latex to it because the pantyhose is now sealed. So when you brush the latex on it, it won't just soak into the pantyhose. It'll bump up on the texture. But I'm going to add some tissue paper. The tissue paper is a great technique. I learned this technique. I kind of was winging it when I was doing a skeleton, or basically a mummy, for the movie, Ricky Gervais movie called Ghost Town. And there's a scene where a girl he has a crush on is working on a mummy at a museum, and I made that mummy body. So when doing that, we discovered that the tissue paper and latex, when it dries, it just does this weird little wrinkly skin thing. It looks amazing, and it kind of just happens organically. So I love that technique. So we're going to do that with this, and I find it's easy just to tear some small pieces so I can apply it just randomly in spots. Okay. And let's get a Chip brush? Is there a chip brush in here? I think there is. Hold on. Sometimes I get tired of trashing brushes all the time. So sometimes I just leave the... Oh, it is. See? I left the brush in the jar. Therefore, I don't have to keep going through brushes all the time. What I do is I cut the handle off. I cut the handle off the brush. You drop it in there and close it up airtight. Therefore, the brush is always in there. Because I am cheap. So I burn through these too quickly sometimes. All right. Let's go ahead and apply some rubber latex to the mouth. There. And then I'll take some paper, like so, and I lay this on top of the wet latex. And see, you can start to see it wrinkle. It just, yeah, it looks so cool. It's one of those things that just, it really creates that little, like, see that pattern? I don't know if you guys can see that pattern. It already happens. It's like, just looks amazing. I love it. Can't beat it. So I'm going to kind of apply the tissue paper. Oops, no, get this on the lips. I'm going to put some on the lips, right? Get a little bit of a hard line there. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. Gonna wrinkle up this paper a little bit more. Over here, same thing here. Now you notice I'm kind of getting a little bit over the teeth, but I can always peel that off later. Just trying to get the cover this. Like that. There we go. Yeah, man, it looks so cool. Because just that wrinkly paper. But like I said, you definitely want to wet this down first before you put the paper. We want to get latex on both sides. Oops, here. There you go. All right. Oh, what's up? Oh, Scully, what are you doing? Oh, there she comes. Look out, folks. Scully. All right, guys, look at. Scully, what are you doing? Just don't get your rubber latex on you, cat. All right. Oh, sorry guys. Trying to see the kitty. She's on adventures. All right. Oh, wait. You gotta make sure you have the wet underneath. No, it's weird. Like if you put it on here, the wrinkly, the better. It really is. Like I just kind of crinkle it up like that. Nope. No, Scully. No. Don't do that, cat. No. No, cat. Scully, stop. 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 Poor guys. She'll jump on the keyboard. She'll end our stream. Hold on. Wait, move the keyboard underneath the table. Sorry, guys. Oh, Scully. All right, guys. Let me get this latex off my hands. Hey guys, you want to see her? Here she is in all her glory. There she is. There's Scully. Hey, buddy. Hey, sweetheart. I think you got some rubber latex in your tail, cat. That's alright. You'll shed it. Oh, it's not playtime, cat. I got work to do. There she is. Okay. Yeah. That's Pumpkin. See Pumpkin? Go get Pumpkin. Go chase Pumpkin. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Okay, overhead. Like you say, I put it on pretty heavy, and I take the tissue paper and put it on here, and I do wrinkle it up a little bit. I think the wrinkly, the better. Because it's definitely going to look different when it dries, but just to get it, that skin looking thing going. Yeah, this looks great. Like just dried skin. Alright, see another spot. Come back here. Oh, hey, thank you, Kevin, for the $2 donation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your continuous support. Hold on, I'm gonna put some more. Let's brush this whole thing like this and that, and wrinkle up the tissue paper like so on the back like that. You know, it's so funny. I realized I covered the holes. I wasn't paying attention when I was putting this rubber latex. There's the pantyhose skulls holes. I forgot to not cover those up. Where were those guys? Is it here? Yeah, I forgot where the holes are. Sorry, guys. I was so focused on the tissue paper, I forgot to not cover our holes in the skull. But that's all right. Live and learn. All right, some more tissue paper. All right, put it on a wrinkly like this. Tell you what, since I have this upright, let's go ahead and put the latex on here down here so this stuff does not peel up, because we have our pantyhose, and make sure you have everything covered with the rubber. So it will take paint and it'll prevent it from peeling up too. Where I got it glued down, so let's go ahead and put a little rubber skin on it. Okay, great. And I think some tissue paper on the nose around here. There's no, here, let's put some, yeah, let's put some tissue paper here. All right, just like that. Right there too, a little wrinkly. All right. All right. Yeah, I see little, yeah, let me get this. Now you're probably asking if I'm going to do eyelids. I always like to make sure everything. There's ways of doing eyelids and like eye sockets, is like putting in some tissue paper and cotton or whatnot. But I find it's always easy to do it once everything else is dry. I gotta do things in stages. So right now, I think this is pretty good. I might want to add some more tissue paper on the jaw right here a little bit. Just a little bit of tissue paper here on the jaw. And I can see there's probably mist here. Some more tissue paper right here. Don't want the straight edges to kind of run off the edges a little bit here like that. So anything that looks like a square edge on the paper, I always like to break it up, make it a little more organic. Like that. Yeah, see, there we go. Fantastic. Just a little more paper, a little more wrinkle here. Yeah, there you go. Because the reason I want a lot of texture on this is because when you go to paint it and do weathering on it, the more bumpy and lumpy texture you have, the stuff will show through when you're painting. So I've always found sometimes that things have a lot enough texture on them, they practically paint themselves. Yeah, all right, that's great. Here, dab that down, good. Yeah, I love it. The only thing I regret is not leaving my holes in the skulls I made, but who knows, when it dries, I might be able to go back and find them and peel it open, maybe. We'll see. All right. Tell you what. This is good. Let's go ahead and let this dry. I have this keyboard that's mounted on a track that collapses. It's got like an arm on it. It comes up and collapses and goes underneath the. Let me stop recording. That allows me to put the keyboard because I very rarely do that. But then now that I have a cat, she'll jump on the keyboard. I've had it happen a couple times. I'm working on something. She'll jump and hit the keyboard. I'm like, cat. So when she comes around, I have to make sure I slide it underneath the table so she doesn't jump on it while I'm streaming. That would have been a disaster. Yeah, for example, like these holes in the skull. Like, these guys look great. Yeah, I did this on that and it covered them up. It was like. Yeah, if I knew where I put them, it's like I can't remember because I like it the way everything's looking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let it dry, and then because it's just a great mummified skull thing. My plan is to make this into a video because I'm back on pattern of the week. Oh, it's the Ultra Space Marine. Pattern of the week. I'm working on 2 new patterns. I'm working on my tech armor pattern, doing that, and I'm working on an arm. Like, I'm gonna do that guy first. It's a little bit elaborate. I'm gonna get my buddy John back involved. We haven't done patterns in age. It's been like a year or more since I. Masato, what's up? I should. Oh, yes, right. There's San Diego Comic Con, right? Is that started today? I know San Diego Comic Con's going on. There's a helmet I need to finish. Oh, you got it, Daniel. Well, guys, it's 10 o'clock. I'm not ending the stream anytime soon. I just wrapped up to let this thing dry. But you know what I'm thinking about doing while you're all here is that I got the dark brown. I'm thinking about let's take this skull and spray it with the dark brown and then wipe off the excess and see what this looks like. Because it's water soluble, right? So you guys up for that? You guys want to do that? It's been a year since the egg pattern. Yeah, I made it and I started it in 25. It's getting there, but I have the footage, and I got back to it, opened it up, and I got to start editing. What slowed me down is the audio is not great on it, and I was thinking about editing it and redoing the audio, but I might just go ahead and edit it and just do the best to fix the audio and have it out, because it's not that difficult to. I mean, if you're watching the video, if the audio, it's more visual, but the audio you can hear enough, you can get by. I might just deal with that, because if I keep dragging my butt, because I really want to get that pattern up. It's a great pattern. It just was when I went to shoot the video to build it. It's an elaborate build. There's a lot to do to make. And if I made the eggs, people would be like, everybody wanted one. So I have to go. And so in the video, I realized when making it, I made the egg closed. And then as I was making the video, I could already hear in my head all the emails and DMs like, how do you make it open? Like, and so the thing is, I'm not going to make it open. I'll make one open. So my thing was, I'm going to make one that's closed and have a pattern. It's in the same pattern. You can make it closed and open. So my buddy John and I went back and forth on how to do that. And I said, John, how would you do that? He goes, yeah, cut a dart out of it. So John, the modifier, helped me with that. So we made a pattern. So when you get the pattern, it has 2 options. You can make it closed or open. If you wanted to open, that's on you. My funny Panda Props is making a, I think it's alien hand, and he rigged up a thumb pulley where is a pulley on his thumb and a secondary thumb. So when he pulls his thumb in, the thumb on the other side closes. Yeah, Gundam. Well, you can make it open. Make it open or close. So yeah, that video I need to start doing. I've been putting it off. I know. It's just like, so I have to get my. So I'm getting back to my regular scheduled program. What I used to do is, because it's been a while, I've been working, and I was kind of like I had to clear my head and figure out, wait, what? So what I would do is I'd wake up in the mornings. I get my walk in, do my walk in the mornings, walk, come back, and then I would edit for 2 hours, and then I'd edit for like 2-3 hours, and then stop, and then jump over and start working on the pattern, whatever pattern I'm working on, because therefore I can edit, because editing doesn't take any table space. I found that I can't do two build projects at the same time. It takes up too much table space. So what I'm doing is I'm going to edit for a couple hours and then jump onto the pattern I'm working on and get back. Because I had the pattern I was making, and when I pulled all the old patterns out, and I was like, I started that pattern so long ago that when I looked at it now, I'm not happy with it. There are things I want to change. So I'm in the process of, oh wait, sorry guys, the microphone's way over there, guys. I apologize. That the you might hear me better now. I'm making the moving, but I need to buy more bike brake cables. Yeah, so that's my thing, is I realized, so I got to get back to that. So I have an action-packed weekend. I got Monday, gotta go see the doctor for my physical and all that stuff. When I get back, so Monday I'm gonna edit, get my walk in, edit, and then start back. I'm doing the male armor, this site, like tech armor, and I made it. And I was looking at like what happened. Like it's just weird. So I want to change things and make it better. How to make it open slow enough. It is to me an issue. Making it moving, but need to buy more. Oh, sorry. Going goes. Star Horse on Twitch says, I remember when you made it to Dragon Con and had the egg with the face hugger puppet in it. It was such a oh, thank you. That was my first Dragon Con. That was 2016, and I haven't been back since. I wanted to go so much. That particular visit to Dragon Con was literally lightning in a bottle, because I had a friend who lived in the complex, my friend Aaron, who lived in my complex I lived, and he had a buddy who was grandfathered into, he had a hotel room every year. He's one of those guys who just kept getting he reserved his room every year for Dragon Con. When Dragon Con was over, he reserved the room for next year, so with constant rotation. So he wasn't able to make it that year, but he didn't want to lose out on the money. So he said, I'll just rent it to you guys. So we scrounged up the money together, and it was like a couple thousand, like we got a great room, and I threw together that egg costume. I wanted to go, so I was like, oh, I want to do something fun and wacky and crazy. So I said, oh, I'll do the alien egg thing, and I did it. It was such an organic moment. I made that to make something I could travel with, and I still had to ship it. It was, when I finished it, the egg was so big, I couldn't bring it in my luggage or a carry-on, so I had to box it up, mail it to the hotel, and then travel, get to the convention, pop it out, and then walk around. And it was a blast. Scared the crap out of people. And I know I made the arm, and it just, the foam fabric, I did it so quickly, it was literally falling apart by Saturday. Like Saturday, it was already starting to rip and fall apart, because I just made it so quickly to get it done. It wasn't really built to last. So when I got back, I refabricated the hand and made it better. And what was fun about it was when I first made it, I made this really elaborate face hugger, and it was so detailed that I couldn't get it out of the egg fast enough. So I streamlined it to just mostly like a big finger glove thing. But you waiting for Comic-Con event in fall where I live? Spring loaded. Yeah, my arm is spring loaded. Got any cons you're going to in fall? Yeah, Beck, I'm going to Sunshine City Scare in Florida in August. I got that going. And I think there's I'm revamping the Battle Sister. My friend Dre, when she's available, she's gonna come by and we're gonna do one more test fitting on her and do some tweaks. And I was gonna lock down because we have the she's making the red garments underneath it, and I'm making I want to make a cherub. Like there's in the Battle Sister are these little babies, these floating babies with wings on them and something like that. So I want to make that as well too. So maybe Long Beach, I don't know, but right now is Sunshine City Scare. It's more of a horror con, and it's gonna be fun to do. There's people dress up, but it's more a horror theme. So I'm gonna do like a presentation about horror movies, and so one of the things I'm doing is I'm gonna show people how to do blood gags, like squirting blood off somebody's neck, and squirting blood, like doing the knife thing, like where you're cutting somebody with a knife and the blood's pouring out. You put like a tube behind the blade. There's like all kinds of little tricks you can use. Oh, yes. The sci-fi movie is done. Starfire Squadron it's called, and it's done. It's we're having a wrap party next week on Tuesday. I'm going to the wrap party. That's going to be on Tuesday. It's in the can. He's editing right now, and he has his visual effects guys. So I think they're going to edit it and do like it's the thing we do like low res imagery thing, like the ships and things flying around. What they do is they kind of do like a low res pass, like all the visual effects, the motions, things, you get everything knocked down, and then they wrap party, aka get wasted. Yeah, but it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to catch up with the cast and crew on that show. It was a lot of work, and I learned a lot on that show and what I won't do again. So I spread myself too thin because there's some prop stuff I wish I was kind of on set. The helmets, I made a one-size helmet, and there was times where they needed padding changed for the girls, and some girls got padding make their heads fit better, and some didn't because I wasn't there to do it because I was building something on the set. So, but everything, I'll tell you what, the cockpit looked great. The all the scenes of them with the space helmets inside the cockpit. Oh, I drank some terrible champagne in DC. Oh, Becky, I'm sorry. Oh, did you go, Becky? Were you at a con in DC? Or were you just on a trip, enjoying yourselves? Business or pleasure? Oh, just went on vacation. Okay. I've been to DC a long time ago. We flipped off some stuff. Oh, I bet we did. I bet you did. Go by the reflective pool that was falling apart. Yeah, it's funny. Oh man, the skull looks great. It's going to take a long time for that thing to dry. So guys, I'm here. What does everybody want to talk about? What do you guys want to do? We saw the empty pool. Oh, they drained it, right? Apparently what caused the to be delaminated is that the motorcade drove through it. You could see tire tracks that That's what ruined the bottom of the weathering of the pool. Rumor has it. But yeah, guys, I am. It's 10:20. And the skull. Oh, that's right. That's what we should do. Let's go ahead. I have you guys here. Let's go ahead and take the dirty brown, and we're going to spray the skull with it, and to get some water-based. Becky sent me a photo. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. I didn't realize how shallow it was. Oh no! Trust me, the alien suit is something I want to. I'm still in the process of working and losing weight before I get back in that alien suit. And also, I need to make patterns, guys. I made a pattern. I got the alien egg I got to finish. I got the this armor pattern I got to make. There's so much stuff I want to do, and there's no time to do anything. Like, it's crazy. I wonder that it would make no. The foam bat dagger. So what was I gonna say now? Oh, yeah, wow, crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and take the skull. I'm gonna do the dirty brown. Let's put this in the spray booth. Oh, dang it, Ted. Wrong button, Ted. Hold on, guys. Okay. Tell you what, let's clean up this spot first because it's a bit of a disaster. I don't want to turn around and put this thing right back because I'm late. Let me get a piece of paper here real quick. All right, and let's get some water. Alright, so let's take this dirty brown to the spray booth. But it does look creepy. I love it. So the cool thing about this spray is that it's water soluble. Let this paper towel a little bit. And do a quick wipe on the highlights here. Oh, let's see, look at that. Careful, they don't wipe too much off. This some random spots, mostly where the skull is, right? Let's get the skull with a little bit more showing. There we go. That. Yeah, you know these teeth? I might repaint these teeth. These teeth kind of got lost, but that looks pretty cool. I'm just going to do some random spots here. Wow, that's great. And it definitely shows the lumpy skin too, right? And the texture. Look at that, not bad. It's got a I got a little too heavy in the front there, a little black in the front there, but it's not too bad. The teeth are the only thing that bothers me. I'm definitely going to go back and paint these teeth, because teeth are always so predominant. Like when you because they're getting kind of lost here, so I would do oh, this one does, yes. This one is done with the same technique I did on this one today on my live stream, which is it's just pantyhose and with tissue paper. Yeah, I would matte this down. I have some matte spray. Yeah. I definitely want to go back. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably come back and put some more paint on this. Here, let's wipe a little bit more off. I think the black here. I get a little heavy-handed with the black. I was spraying inside the eyeballs, but again, you can. The cool thing about this is that I would still go back in with some more colors and paint these. Yeah, this looks really good. I'm digging this. Yeah, see, I wiped off the cheekbones a little bit more. See? Yeah, this is good. Yeah, mummified skull. Now the thing that's funny about this skull, it's actually quite small. That's the one thing I always want to tell people when you're doing movies or whatnot. Like, you get a skull, and you think it's not going to work because it's too small. Nobody can tell if you put it in a camera, background or foreground. They can't tell it's not full size. It Like if you put this on a table or put it back or put it in the desert or something in the movie, it's just gonna look like a full-size skull. I'm wondering if I get some alcohol. Yeah, I think it's just so much rubber and stuff on these teeth. Because when I do the spray glue and I brush the rubber on it, it just stuck. You have to name your skull, do I? We could name it, I just would forget what it's called. It's so funny, these skulls I like. The least favorite thing on these are the teeth. So I'm definitely going to have to paint these teeth to make them look like something. Yeah, I like, the only thing that bothers me is the teeth, because when I made that my mummified body with the teeth, that's what tipped over the edge where the teeth are great. But it's fine. Good enough. I leave the fan on for a little bit because that spray is super smelly. And my family, they can smell from downstairs, so I always leave the fan on a little longer, so I can get that smell out. Jimothy, what's going on? Hey, Boom Boom, call Jinxie like his dad, but I bet like someone by now. What's up, Boom Boom? I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, guys. How you doing? Yeah, I'll show you guys. The short one. Did Jimmy the short one? All hail Jimothy. Is that the skull name? Jimothy? Oh, anyway. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Oh, yeah. Is that what it is? Okay. Jimothy. Should be. Sure. Yeah, I'm really digging this. I like this a lot. This is really a nice, like, it just looks like a rotted skull. Like, just, I have some matte spray we could probably hit it with. Anyway, guys, turn that fan off. It's annoying. Hopefully, not to make the smell out right. But yeah, this is. I know I've been doing the live streams. I've been very consistent with my live streams, but I need to get back to the video. So right now I'm working on the alien egg one, and I'm going to get back to doing that and the armor pattern, which needs to, I have the pattern, but it needs to work some bugs out because I had it and I stopped. I had a folder labeled like new armor pattern, and I pulled it out and started making it. I'm like, I made it, but I'm like, wait, what was I thinking? That's what's really weird when you have a job or a project you're on and you step away from it and you come back, you're trying to remember where you left off. And so that's what happened with that project. I mean, I obviously had some plans, but I did some, and now I look at it. And again, I did it last year, and I keep improving and learning things. But that I'm going to. There's some changes I want to make on it. I think it was there's these like neck guard things I have, and I want to re-engineer those too. And the shoulder, there's these pieces that sit between the chest piece and the back piece. I have these smaller pieces on the, instead of having them join, I'm having a space in the middle that joins. So I get to start on my foam demon Dargon tomorrow. Oh, fantastic. But when I put it together, it's too wide. It's like it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't sit right. So I'm wondering, there's some changes I need to make the pattern. I think the piece is too wide, so I'm going to re-engineer it. I'm going to cut it. The thing, what is, I have all these patterns, and then what is, I make the alteration. I take the patterns, I build it, and then I make notes on the foam pieces, what doesn't work, and I cut it, and therefore I can translate that to the pattern and cut off the pattern. So it's one of the things, it's kind of a process. In order for me to figure out what works, I have to build it. And so I end up making things like 2 or 3 times. And so this armor pattern, I'm already making it right now. And so I had to engineer it, build it, think about all the details, and then make it as a video. So I'll probably do what I did before, is I'll probably shoot myself making the video and then edit into a lot, and then cut it all down into a comprehensible video. So doing the live, well, probably will end up happening. I'll do some live streams, but I'll probably be doing it off live streams to get the video done. Because I usually do a camera, but I like my setup, so I'm just going to record on my computer the build, and then, because with the alien egg, what I did was I shot it with a camera, and I look back on that now and I kind of regret it. I should have shot the alien egg build on this setup I have right here for the audio. I just knew I had issues with trying to get everything in frame, because the egg is so big to do it through this camera, just all the rigging and setups I had to do. And now I think about it, I could have just pulled the camera off and put it on a tripod. Yeah, there's things I could have done. It maybe a little more setup, but shooting the camera was convenient, but the audio was terrible. And I know people have a tendency to do audio separately, have like the audio on a separate device. And I've never really big on, I'd have to learn how to sync all that stuff. What kind of patterns would everyone be interested in? I found, Kevin, to answer your question, is basic patterns. Basic helmet, basic shoulders, basic armor. Like, people like to get stuff and modify it. If you make something, I found that, like, I'll make something like, oh, everybody's going to love this, everybody's going to love this. And then it never sells. It's this thing where you're trying to, like, guess what people want. It never works. In the beginning, when I started the YouTube channel and the streams, I always kept trying to do like what I thought would be popular. It never really panned out. It just never. So I found that I just do what I do, what I love, and again, it's the passion. That's the talent. Like, I make stuff that I want to make. If I try to make something I think is going to be popular, it's not fun for me. I'm not interested by it, because it's like I don't want to do it. Where's that wind coming from? But yeah, it is what it is. Hey, Michael. How you doing? Hey, Mikey. I am. Adjusting my camera a little bit ago. Oh, sorry. Adjusting stuff a little bit. Move around. When I made my first foam axe for a prop painting workshop, people wanted the pattern, and then no one downloaded it. even for a buck. Becky, girl, here's what I run into a lot, and to let Becky understand and feel my pain. It's like everybody wants things when you're there and you're talking to them. And Peter, my assistant, he made an observation which he told me, which made me laugh, because it's something I already knew, but he was just learning it. That when I go to a convention, I set up my booth, have all my displays, and I don't really have a lot of merch. So what I do have, I have 8x10s from films and projects I've worked on. I'll have movie projects, monsters I played, and then some cosplays I've done. I have 8x10s. I have enamel pens, like Evil Ted and Foam Fanatic enamel pens, and I have stickers. And they're like $3. I have these, like a Foam Fanatic and Evil Ted stickers, and I put them on my table. And people run up to my table and are so thrilled to see me. Like, oh my God, Evil Ted, you're here. And they tell me these warm stories about how they were inspired by my videos and how they built their costumes, and I'm here because of you. And they gush and gush and gush, and it's wonderful. And we take a selfie, and I'm like, hey, if you guys really want to show some support, you can buy. And they don't buy a sticker. They don't buy a pattern. They don't buy a button. Nothing. And Pete's like, what? What's happening? He said, they don't even. And so Pete does it. So they'll be telling me, and Pete goes, hey man, if you like Ted, you should buy one of his. And they're like, oh, and they just wander off. And his thing is, I don't take it personally. It's just that I know what I was when I was their age. They just want to meet somebody and talk to them. And you don't want to. And the thing is, my stuff's never that expensive. I remember there's an actress I really liked. Erin Gray. She was Wilma Deering from Buck Rogers. Buck Rogers in the 25th century. And she looked amazing. She had a booth. And I was like, hey, I was just a big fan of seeing her and chatter. And I'm talking to her. And she oh, hey, thank you for the subscribed. Woo! And that is Bearman99. Bearman, woo! Thank you, Bearman. Then thank you for subscription. The more subscriptions, the better. And so I'm talking to her, and she was being very cordial and friendly, but I realized she's at this convention for a reason. She has 8x10s, and they're like $35. And she's, oh, would you like an 8x10? I'm like, damn it. And I caught myself, and I'm like, oh, so I bought one. Did I want one? No. I just wanted to talk to her. But I realized that's what she's there for. So I bought a $35 8x10. For the life of me, I can't tell you where it's at. I don't know where it's at. But the point being was, I realized, she was, and there's the thing, this is before I started my YouTube channel. So I was kind of and I kind of caught myself, but I had a conversation with her. So I bought an 8x10. I got to meet you at Dragon Con 2 years ago. And that's the merch I got. Michael's right? Thank you. There you go. Thank you so much. There was a woman I met at Dragon Con that year. What is it? Oh, MegaCon. Sorry, Metron. MegaCon. And I kicked myself in the ass for not getting her name and getting her story in detail. But she came to me and said, hey, man, I have a job because of you. I got a career because of you. And that was the story I loved hearing, because that's the stuff that I'm always on the mission to do, to get people to realize their skill set and an opportunity. And she did what I usually recommend to people that want to get in the business is she worked at a theater, and this guy was the teachers, and she was in the theater department. And we wanted this Macbeth or something that ordered a lot of armor. There was a particular play they wanted to do, and the guy was like, well, I want to do it, but we don't have the budget for the armor. And she's like, I can make that out of foam. He was like, what? And she said, yeah. So she brought her cosplays in to show him what she was capable of. So they gave her the job, and they were so pleased with the results, they wanted to hire her onto the theater to be a costumer, to be the main costumer for the theater. So she, I was fresh out of college, and she got this job. She's like, and then she got a paying gig to make costumes for the theater from her skill set. And the thing is, I always tell people, have things to show people. So that opportunity presented itself, and she was able to put her foot in the door and go, hey, wait, I can do that. And it did. And it worked out perfectly for her. Oh, the Great Bear goes on Twitch, goes, I didn't know you streamed. I stream every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on twitch.tv/eviltedsmith and YouTube at the same time. The Great Bear, do you follow me on social media? If you do, I post on that. I post, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I post about it. So here's the thing with, again, I don't want to beat anybody up because people that follow me, when I post something, it falls in your like news feed, right? So it swipes by. So when that date, I post it usually at noon, but it gets buried by everybody else's posts. And 90% of the stuff is ads now. Everything's ads. Instagram is just bombarding people with Facebook and Instagram, just ads. So everything gets buried so quickly. So what I recommend with people is that get on my mailing list. Go to eviltedsmith.com and get on my mailing list. Please. Evil Testament, go jump on Evil and hit, you'll hit contacts. You'll see a thing, my mailing list. And what you do is every week, if something's happening or if I'm streaming, I post about it. So if you did know I stream and you want to know which convention I'm going to be to next, please get on my newsletter. That's it. Newsletter. Join my newsletter. Email, newsletter. There it is. Newsletter. Click on that. eviltedsmith.com. Click on that. Join my newsletter. Be great. I try to stay on top of it. I get sometimes get a little busy, so sometimes there'll be a week a miss or two. But I usually don't post them unless if nothing's happening. But if something's going to happen, I try to stay on top of that and always do a newsletter. And that's what I said. I'm going to be at Scare City in Florida. Dewey is running that convention. He's a great guy, and he wants to do a horror project with me. So we're having some ideas. Everyone likes latex. We do. There's slipcast and there's moldable rubber. The HX80 I use for sealing too. Oh my God, the Foam Fanatics. Also, I have Fan Photo Friday, which I have not advertised or plugged in so long, and I have it set up, and I need to get back to that too. If any of you guys out there are inspired by my videos and you made a costume from watching my videos, please send a photo of your costume to Fan Photo Friday. If you do that, you will get a letter, and I will send you some stickers, and I'll autograph the letter for you. It's getting closer and closer to the end of the stream. That's right. It's 10:48. Daniel, you are correct. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. The skull thing looks great. We're going to go ahead and let that dry, and we'll be back. I don't know if I'll be back next Sunday. I have to take a look at my calendar because I think I'll be gone that weekend, the first weekend of August. I am taking my wife to the woods and give her a blast of wilderness. She wants to immerse herself in the trees and where there's birds and animals and things. I can post my spider. I have stickers already. What is, Becky? It's just I like people. It's just a link where I just post photos of people's costumes. Take bug spray. Oh, Becky, don't you worry. We'll be ready. The Facebook link isn't working. Which Facebook link? The Foam Fanatics? Is it, you mean below my stream? You know, it wouldn't surprise me. Let me go, hold on, guys. Let me get that. Let me get the link for you guys. Let me get that link for you guys. Hold on. That Becky's faster than I was. Okay, guys, really quickly, the Foam Fanatics. If you people are new to the stream, are new to cosplay, or new to making in general, the Foam Fanatics is a great Facebook group I started years ago for people like-minded makers and stuff that want to share techniques. If you want to get started, like, hey, what kind of glue do I use? I'm having trouble with foam, or people having trouble with issues. I'm like, I'm not available 24/7, but the Foam Fanatics it's international, so there's people different time zones. So if you have a question, you have issues, there's so many great people there and makers there to help. And everybody has a technique on ways of doing certain things or people having struggles with. I make videos on it, and then years ago, I started this YouTube channel 11 years ago, but it's grown and gotten bigger and more popular. And so there's so many great makers out there. So people are there to help. And we have a thing that when you join, you just answer the 2 questions. The reason we have the 2 questions is that keep the trolls out, keep all the bots and trolls out. So when you want to join, just make sure you answer the 2 questions, and then boom, you're in. And it's a great friendly group. We keep everything strictly cosplay. Anybody getting there talking nasty or anything, we throw people out. It's not as bad. In the beginning, it was really crazy for a while. People in different streams like getting nasty, so I'm like, won't tolerate that in my Facebook group. Oh my god, furry there? Trolls on my way. Trolls on my. Lions and tigers and bears. Trolls, oh my. Hey furry, what's up? How you doing? We're just wrapping up, furry. 3D printing master. That's right, he loves 3D printing. Oh, what cons are you going to in Florida? I'm going to... Hold on. Let me grab that for everybody. Hold on. Let me grab that. Hold on. Hold on. I will grab it for you guys. Why is it not in here? For Christ's sakes. Ugh. Did we not? Alright. I could have sworn we did this. Alright, I gotta get on Pete about this. I keep adding this up to the event page. Why is it not here, Pete? Alright, hold on, guys. Ugh. It's not worth. Alright, guys. That is ridiculous. We have a website. Shine. Alright, there it is. Good grief. There we go. Need to go fund me for Ted. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna text Pete today and make sure he put that up, because I could have sworn we added that to our event page. But yeah, guys, that's the next con at Sunshine City Scare. I think we add that in an email, but not on my website. Because I am literally going to be there in August, like mid-August. But Sunshine City Scare, yeah, it's going to be a horror themed con, and I'm doing some workshops. Well, not workshops, mostly just demonstrations. And Dewey wanted me to do something like something horror themed. I thought about making horror props, and I finally realized, you know something? There's some gags that, blood gags, which are really basically simple, but people, for some reason, when I was doing my movie, there's makeup guys that really didn't know how to do it. I was impressed. Like, they were good at putting on makeup, but no, had no clue how to do blood. I'm like, but dude, how do you not know how to do blood? UB1337. Send me $5 and I will not send you a foot vid. I had a friend, Patrina, who was selling shoes, and she said she made a mistake of photographing her shoes, but she just put her feet in. She took some photographs of the shoes, of her wearing the shoes, and she got bombarded with people wanting photos of her feet, and she was like, "What?" And she's like, "I'm never doing that again." I'm like, "My God, I would charge up the wazoo for feet." There's Hugh. Oh no. But I was laughing like, yeah, the foot fetish thing is hysterical. Ah, good times. But yeah, feet. Who knew, right? Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to email. Let me text Pete really quick before I forget. What do you guys do? People? I realize we need to add Sunshine City Scare to the event page when you get a chance. Here. Because I could have sworn we did that. I could have sworn we did. I really did. It's like, I think but the thing was we posted about it and then we forgot. So that's what happened. What's true? Becky says, Zeno sentence on Twitch. Oh, Zeno sentence on Twitch says, I hope you're having a good day. I pre-ordered the Dark Hero Blu-ray after you reminded me last week. Oh yeah, man, get on that because it looks so good. We did the commentary on it, and so I sat down and what they did, I was able to watch it. They gave me a download so I could watch it all the way through to make notes of what I want to talk about. When I was watching, I'm like, oh my God, they went back and really cleaned things up because we shot that and with Super 16. I mean, Steve, this is it's before the digital age came, so for Steve to get the budget, they had to shoot on Super 16, and so there was some issues with some stuff. There's some shots that are out of focus, but what can you do? But yeah, but it was just a great movie, and people don't realize it was low budget, man. People thought that was like a couple million, or they had more money, but they actually had less money because that on Guyver Dark Hero, the first one was like $3 million. And you watch the first one, you're like, where'd that money go? It went in producers' pockets is where it went. So that's when you get producers and unions and all these guys, like the money just gets eaten up. So you're just like shooting so fast. They shot that whole movie. The first Guyver was shot in 4 weeks, which seems long, but there's a lot in that movie. Dark Hero was 800,000, and they shot that by the seat of their pants, and they built that cave set in a big warehouse in the valley. Oh, they're probably asleep by now, but anyway, guys, thank you, everybody. This is it's 11 o'clock. The bell has rung. I'm going to wrap this stream up today. Everybody, thank you for hanging out with me today on the Mummified Skull. we'll let this guy dry. Yeah, it looks great. It's just the tissue paper. I love the wrinkly tissue paper thing. Works so well. Oh, question, Ted. What is the build you'd wish you did not start? What's the build you wish you did not start? You know, I don't know. It's like I've never had anything where I'm like, I think my thing is, I have the alien. I love the alien thing of the alien head. I have it in storage right now, but I love that thing. I love how the head turned out, and I want to get back to it, but I know the time it's going to take to make it. So I got to wait till I have a window of time because I haven't done a video in ages. So I'm making this mummified head thing real quickly. And I gotta get back to the alien egg video too. So that's my thing too. I'm gonna get back to the alien egg video and get that done. So get that video done and up, and then I can start working on. Yeah, what pictures of my foam feet? Only foam. That's right. That's only foam. It's only foam page. Oh, there's an Apple show called, what's that? Is it Monica Has Money Problems, or Morgan has money troubles, or something like that. It's about a girl who starts an OnlyFans page, and it's really funny but very accurate of what the life would be like. It's quite good and very funny. But Margot Has Money Problems. That's what it's called. It's on Apple TV. Well made, very funny. And my wife and I are rewatching Ted Lasso. We're watching Ted Lasso again. We're gonna burn through all of them and get our up to speed. So when they start the new season, they made a new one. So we're trying to watch it to get ready for the new one. So, which I don't know when it's coming out. I know they advertised about it. I know a little bit what it's about, but I want to tell my wife. My wife doesn't want to know anything. She wants to be surprised, which I support that. So, all right, guys, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me today. I'm sorry I streamed my whole stream, but it was quick and easy on the having the skull come together. I'm gonna let that dry. Because you know what I did? I think I did the eye holes. I did with foam clay last time, and it worked really well. I think I might do that. I might do it again, like make like little dried up eyelids with some foam clay. But it worked really well. It's so funny. I can't remember how I did it. I have to go back and look at what I did and see how I did it. Like, how did I do that? All right, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do that. By subscribing, helps me keep making videos. If you shop for supplies, especially cosplay supplies, be sure to click through my Amazon link. Every time you click through an Amazon link, helps me. I get a little kickback from that. Helps me keep making videos. Get a little support. Also, click on my links. Get on my mailing list. Also, if you're new to cosplay, jump over to Facebook and get on the Foam Fanatics page. And when you click on to join, make sure you answer the 2 questions and you're in. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you back next time right here on Evil Ted Live.